Hey guys, it's M4J here, and welcome back to the Jeffries network on OpenTTD. And today we are going to be working on the southern part of our network. Now this train is lost. I don't know what it's doing here. I've had a real problem recently of these steam trains and some of the DMUs that we had as well coming down here for some reason. I worked out why the steam trains are doing it, but I couldn't work out for the life of me why the DMUs are doing it. So we've had to fix that. And in fact, some of these, that is if next order is Rimfingford Waypoint. Yeah. Might need to change that a little bit more actually. I'm thinking of increasing this bridge from 2 tracks to 4. I think that would do better. The only problem is over here, it would mean having to move this metro station, which is a bit of a pain. The metro itself has also been misbehaving slightly. I've managed to fix it for the time being. And something else that was misbehaving was this. Now, I'm a little bit torn when it comes to this, because I don't know whether it's the fault of the signals, whether I've done the signalling wrong, as in the case of this train, how it ended up down here in the first place, or whether it's just something that happens with the game. There's a little bit of a bug or a glitch or something that's stopping it from working how you want it to. I don't know. It's wrong of me to point fingers as well. So I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is build a brand new platform just here. And I'm going to do what I did with... hang on, let's just pop this in first. I'm going to do what I did with... Alright, sorry, just making sure that I'm doing this right. I'm going to do what I did with the metro and have just one train or one schedule that will go around the loop one way, stop here, and then go around the loop the other way. I do find that's easier. Now in this game, it's easier, and I'm starting to perhaps see why they do it in real life as well. Because it does seem to be just easier for everybody involved. So for example, the Circle Line in London, I kind of know the reason why they decided to do it so that the train goes to Hammersmith, terminates, and then reverses. I'm kind of aware of why they decided to do that. But at the same time, I can't help but feel it's because it's actually almost like they're playing the game as well, and they found out it's easier to do it that way. Found out the hard way, as we all have, I'm sure. I find it a nightmare sometimes, this game. It's such a good game. I always find myself saying this as almost as if I'm criticising the game. I'm not. I love the game. The game is brilliant. The problem for me is sometimes you just want things to work, and sometimes it's almost like the game goes out of its way to make sure that the thing you want to work doesn't work. That can get very frustrating. So a lot of patience is required, especially when you're working with large networks like this. Fortunately, I've had a lot of help from a lot of people. One of whom is Lieutenant Joker, who once again has offered me some valuable insight in the comments to something which I can't believe I missed, to be perfectly honest. I do find that a little bit, I don't know, I almost like want to kick myself when I miss something very obvious and someone tells me in the comments. But then, I can't be expected to see everything, and I'm very appreciative of the fact that there are people out there who spot those mistakes and inform me on my behalf. I do like that. That's very helpful. As long as it's not done in a patronising way, which the majority of the time it isn't. So I do very much appreciate all of the help from anyone who offers it. That is very, very nice. I think I've got that set up correctly. If next order is St. Mark East, which it very much seems to be. That station name needs to change, by the way, because that's not the right name at all. Also, I was doing some looking before I started recording, and I saw that there's 2 platforms here that aren't connected. Well, they are connected, but they're connected like offset. What if I was to get these two platforms and connect it to the loop? I'm very tempted. Just to see what it would look like even. But anyway, before we get into that, we got a train route to set up here. So I'm actually going to do it step by step this time, just to make life a little bit easier, which also means actually getting rid of that. Now over here, I'm going to redo all of this, like so. I'm also going to get rid of these two tracks temporarily. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to go down to fixtures. Was it? I think it was yard tiles I used here actually, but I'm going to use fixtures for this one now. And I'm going to redo this like so. I'm then going to get rid of all of this, and then I'm going to redo this one, and this one. That's going to come out like that. Yep, good. I'm going to get rid of that. We're going to put that there and that there like that. We're going to do a crossover there. We're going to do a crossover there. And then we're going to link these up like that. This becomes like so. That goes there like that. These should all be connected up properly. It looks as though they are. Fantastic. And this is going to become part of this main line here, which means that this one is going to be demolished, and we have a slightly better connection rate going on. So that's going to go there. No, not there, sorry. That one's going to get rid of. There we go. So that's a new 4-track main line, which comes through here. Then we've got this 4-track main line, which is going to come down to the southwest. Right. Let's get this going now, shall we? Since I've messed around with that. So we're going to go here. Oh, I need to put the buffer stops in as well. Let's see. There we go. I like this GRF. It's a nice GRF. If you want to see all the GRFs I'm using, by the way, because I know people sometimes ask me, and I don't always tell you in episodes, so that's partly my fault. They are in the comments, they're in the description down below. You can get a link to all of the GRFs that I am using. I think I haven't updated it on the website yet. I should probably get on and do that at some point. But I have listed them so you can look them up. That is one thing I have done. Right. So we're going to go ahead and put all these stops back in. I'm not going to worry too much about... Well, actually, I probably should worry a lot about speed limits right now, shouldn't I? That's annoying. I didn't want to do that. There we go. Also, I'm very tempted to disconnect this part of the sheds off the network. Why is that there? I don't actually know why that train is there. It's not supposed to be. Oh. There we go. Now it's not supposed to be. Does that mean this one's not been done either? That one's been done. And that one's been done. Don't know why I forgot the obvious one. Right, anyway. Under here. Over here. Oh, whilst I'm here, I want to rebuild this station as well. Because I don't like the actual platforms being in the centre. That irritates me. So what I'm going to do, because I've already planned this out, I actually did this a little while ago and just didn't tell anybody. Apologies for that. But what I'm going to do is you go there, and then it schedules CTAs, and then this one's going to be a bench. The one up the top here is going to be a shelter, and that's going to go off like that. Yep, we need to demolish these tunnels. That's key to remember. That goes there. That will go across this way to there. That needs to come off like so, because that's actually going to come from there. So that will go like that and connect up. Meanwhile, that comes off like that. Also, this one will come across like that, which means this can disconnect. That goes there, which means this can disconnect. That goes there, which means this one can disconnect. We get rid of that and that, lift it up like so, and then that one goes down, that one goes down, that line goes across, that line goes across, that goes there, and then that goes there, that goes there. This one should just go straight underneath, this one goes via that tunnel, and there we go. The link is re-established. Now I don't believe either of these signals, no they don't, good. So the freight trains now go straight through the middle and then diverge here and go off their separate ways. Minced while the passenger trains will go on the outside. And yes, I said that deliberately wrong. Right, there we go. Done. Much better. So you now come underneath to there. Actually, do you know what? I didn't want to do this originally, but I do feel like this station should be part of this. No. They'll be close, but they won't actually be interconnected. That sounds better. See, look, this train here. These are supposed to be going to Plintbridge Parkway, so you would think they would come down this loop and they go, oh, Plintbridge, that's off to the north. So they'll go this way, along here, over here, down here, and then into the station. But nope. They don't do... Oh, I think I've worked out why. Okay. That quite possibly may well be why. See, it's the little things. I'll stop moaning about that one now then. Now I know that it's entirely my own fault. Right. That doesn't actually explain why the trains on this side don't go that way though. Maybe it does. See, they'll go under there, they'll come up. Ah, see, yeah, the ones this way don't. They carry on going down this way and through the loop. Whereas in actual fact, they can go this way, up and over the bridge, along this way, and I know that this one works. I know it. And even if that one doesn't work, they can always use the crossover there. But they don't. Why? I don't know. Anyway. So yeah, Brendington. I'm thinking of putting some platforms up here as well, connects to Brendington, in case we ever connect the loop to the western... eastern line. I don't know why I keep considering that's the western line. It isn't. Not even close. So we got to here, we got to here. Frodwood Sheep Farm. That really needs renaming. And we come down here, and then we come to here. Now actually, again, because I'm meddling and mixing and things like that, I think we should have a line that connects from this side of the loop to this side of the loop. For trains that don't necessarily want to go into Wrenwood and then out. Well, it's not called Wrenwood anymore, is it? It's called Shoreham. Don't want to go into Shoreham and then out again. So I kind of think the bridge here would be the best place to put it. But then... Alright, let's do that first. So, bridge, one here. Maybe there? Or what about here? Yeah. One there like that. One there like that. I don't like getting rid of too many industries in this map. I've said that many times in the past, but I will get rid of that one. You go to there. You go to there. Drop down. and then you come back across this way to share platforms here, and then you'll come across. Oh, no. So you will still share platforms, but you will need to go like that. Actually, they don't share platforms, that's the whole point. What am I saying? I quite like the idea of the loop joining up over here. Let me think. So I think I can sneak this through like that. Oh, not quite. But I can sneak it through. If I move this path signal to there and get rid of that, I can then sneak this through like so. And then this one will come out like that, and I'll put that there as well because you never know. Alright, there we go. That's one side done. In terms of the path signal here, I'm going to stick it there, so we'll have another bit of stagger platforms. Not 100% happy with this layout here, but it could be worse, I suppose. You're then going to drop down like so into a tunnel, which is going to take you under these tracks. So you will emerge there and there. And then at this point, we're not going to share platforms with this station. I think we're going to ignore that. And we're just going to rise up and join up to the main line. I suppose I could do actually. If I build them here, it's kind of enough of a walking distance. Either that or I move this station to this bit here. That's probably a smarter idea actually. Just move the station. Okay, there we go. Right. What's the gap? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that is a gap of 9. Change this really quickly. Do this. Pop that there. Do this. That one will move to there. We'll also upgrade that, and then we'll get rid of this one and this one. Right, island platforms. Whoops. Let's actually put them in the right spot, shall we? So this is Stillington Overground. As opposed to Stillington Metro, which is there. So they're actually quite close together now. That's quite cool. We want benches. We want a sign. Why not? Nice CTA. And then this one's going to have a shelter. These are going to be 5 long, these platforms. They're all going to be extended to 6 long eventually. Just not right this second. Going to get rid of that, get rid of that. And the tramway, which is also going to have to move to compensate for this. It's going to come down this way. Down there. Whoops. Let's go to that bit. Along. This way. Like that. And then back. Like so. And then we get rid of that bit. Like so. And then here we'll have another stop of a name called Stillington East. Fair enough. And then we'll grab the tram. Just before Stillington Overground, you're going to stop at Stillington East, and then just after Stillington Overground, you're going to stop at Stillington East. Speed limit 15. speed limit here 15. Stop time 350. Stop time, whoop, there, 350. No, not 250, 350. Try that again. There we go. Autofill U. Okay, and then back to this. Eventually. Right, so Scentmark East. Oh, I haven't built these platforms yet. I feel like I need a waypoint somewhere here. Just to avoid confusion. So if I did that, and then that, so just before Scentmark E, oop, no. Just check that, it's still New Reddington, yep. Just before Scentmark East, you're actually going to go via Reddington Waypoint. And that should be enough to change this a little bit. So I feel the underpass should actually be there. So the shelter, which was the old styly one, that's going to go there, and also going to go there. I'm just going to use a plant barge at the end for now. And we'll upgrade that one like so. And then over here, these signals need to move a little bit as well. Yeah, we're going to have a problem here when it comes to extending these platforms. That's going to be a huge headache. I can see it already. But we won't worry about that too much for now. Okay, so you go to Scentmark East, you're then going to come down to Shoreham Junction, and then you're going to go the opposite way. You might as well go by that for posterity reasons. You're then going to branch off and use the loop. Like so, you're going to go through there. Via this station, under the main line here, to this station, Gart Hill. I'm tempted to put platforms above as well. I'm not sure about that. Maybe. We'll see. Back up onto the loop. Like so. I also feel like part of the loop should come down to maybe this bit of St. Peter. But I'm not going to build that now. That would be too much of a pain to try and do right now. Right, you're then going to go to this one here. Underneath here, back to here. And then to the depot. But above here, let me think. Yeah, okay. So above here we're going to do, above this one, we're going to do this and this. And then we're going to put a conditional order jump. That's not going to work either, is it? Alright, we're going to do this, and then this again. And then here we're going to do a conditional order jump up to Prathing Way. Right, and then this one we're going to do a conditional order jump to this Stillington overground. So this is going to be always. That's the thing that Lieutenant Joker was telling me about. I did the whole percentage of times, do it 100% of the time, but you can just change that to jump to order 4 and it will do it. This one though is going to be percent of times 80. So 1/5 of the time that it runs the loop, it's going to go back to the depot. The rest of the time, it's going to continue round the loop again, or run the orders again, essentially. So that is going to go there. That one is already there. So this one is going to be deny if next order is Shoreham Junction, then allow, like so. This one, start with the old deny. If next order is over here, then allow. There we are. And then over this side, oh, I need to move this junction over a little bit. Looking at it. Like that and like that. Get rid of that, and or connect that and that, I should say. Get rid of that and that. Might as well leave that one like that. Yep, cool. Move that signal to there. Get rid of, oh crap. Move that signal to there. Right. That there. That needs to go back where it was. That there. That is a path signal, isn't it? Yeah. Always good to check. Go down to shelter. It's going to be you there. Which means I can replace the other one with something a bit nicer like that. Get rid of all that. Okay, so grab this one and this one. Left and right, good way of remembering it. So this one is going to be deny if next order is this, then allow. You are going to copy from that one, but you're going to change the next order to just that station, so mark east. There we go. And that should be all of that done. Okay. So this is going to be service. This is no loading. This one here is no loading, no unloading. Just check it all. Goes to Shoreham Junction, back to St Mark East. At the bottom here, right, so you get to Prathing Way, 80% of the time you go Stillington, Shoreham, Stillington, and then jump to order 4, which is Prathing Way again. The rest of the time you go Stillington, Shoreham, Wrenwood. And the reason I've done Stillington, Shoreham, Stillington is because actually I kind of need an island platform on this side as well, don't I? That's what I was going to do. So yeah, this station's going to look a little different by the end of this episode. So we're going to do that. You're going to branch off thusly. To there. In fact, to there. Okie dokie. Single-sided. Going to go all the way down to the modern bridge, which is this one. Like that. Buffer stops all the way up to this one, which is not going to go like that at all. It's going to go like that. Okay, back to single-sided. So yeah, we'll have... Why is it doing that? Right, schedule, CTA, sign. Benches. And bridge. Like that, fantastic. You're going to go there. Alright, deny. If next entry direction is from the back, then if next order is Stillington Overground, this one, then allow. And that's why I've done the orders like that, so that it knows what the next order is going to be at all times. So in this case, it gets to this pathing way. If it jumps to the bottom, it knows that it's going Stillington Overground and then this Shoreham Junction, so it's always going to go through this one and not this one. And then this one, it knows that it's going to Stillington Overground and then Shoreham Junction to make sure it goes into the right platforms here. But then it's got another Stillington Overground underneath it, so that it knows when it gets to Shoreham that it's going into this bay platform and not any of the others here. And that is why I've done it like that. Not that anyone was asking, but, you know, I thought I'd say anyway. Right, so stopping times, these are all going to be 250, except for this first one here, which is going to be 1,500. This Shoreham Junction is only going to be 500, because it's technically going to be in a through platform still. But this Shoreham Junction is going to be the full 750. Like so. And this Shoreham Junction is going to be 750. But this Shoreham Junction again is only going to be 500. Like that. Right. And in terms of speed limits, well, let's be harsh. The whole thing, 30 miles an hour. Apart from coming in and out of the depot, so this one here is going to be 15. And we go right down the bottom. Yeah, might as well keep it at 30 miles an hour coming in and out of here, because I haven't put any waypoints or anything, so there's no point in slowing it right down. Because again, it's an active main line, there's going to be other trains using it. So we're going to make sure that that stays at 30. But this one here is going to be 15, this one here is going to be 10. I might go around off camera and tweak some of these speed limits a little bit, just to change them up, but I'm not going to do it right now. Trains, this one here I'm going to get rid of, because we don't need it anymore. Via loop. There we go. See, I'm a bit torn with this, because I really want to do trains going from somewhere around here, around the loop, and then up to GSG. But I always feel that's a stupid idea, because really, GSG is only 2 stations away from GSMA. You know, you got Guard City St George, Guard Lake, Guard City St Mark. So it always feels like a stupid idea to go around the loop, because it feels like we're going the long way. I have included this little section here, though, because if we do connect up to the main line coming out of St Michael or St Peter, so for example this branches down and connects up this way, then yeah, trains will come in from the west, round the loop, into GSG. That makes more sense. And then I've got the loop this way, so that if trains come from the east, they can also go around the loop and go into GSG. They might never be used by passenger trains. They might only ever be used by freight trains. Because, for example, it's a lot quicker for a freight train to come straight through here and then onto the loop this way than it is for it to go onto the loop at Stillington. But, then again, do I want freight trains blocking up this main artery route here? I don't know. Probably not. In practice, probably not. Not the smartest idea I've ever had, to be honest. In terms of this bridge, I might double it, change it to 4 tracks instead of 2. It does mean that this viaduct's going to have to move over slightly, which could present some problems here, so I might have to reroute the tramway under there, take this bridge back a couple of tiles so that I can get decent crossover in. Either that or just get it to come through this platform and then do all the crossovers afterwards, although I don't think... might be able to sneak in a new set of crossovers there. And then at this side, this station's going to have to move over a tile so that the tunnels aren't being interfered with. It's a bit of a trek to have to do it, but it might be worth it in the end. In terms of the metro, one of the things I would like to do in the next couple of episodes is actually start branching outwards. Because we've got the circle line here, but then there's a section here that comes out. Where does it go? For example, at the moment it goes nowhere because there's houses in the way. But that's going to come out and connect to some of these local towns here. We also have one over here that branches off. Where's it going to go? Again, at the moment it's a bit blocked off, so we're going to have to work on that. Over at Bankside especially, we got the one that goes through Stillington. Where's that going to go? And then we got the one that comes this way through Victoria Central. Yeah, where's that one going to go? So that's Victoria High Street. Okay. I might switch those around actually. I don't know. But then we got Victoria Overground here as well. Right, the last thing I want to do today is get rid of those lines. Open up a new plan list. Or 2 new plan lists. I'm going to start planning out where these main lines are going to go. So that in the very near future we can actually go ahead and start building them, which would be quite exciting. Start getting more trains running on the network. There's a lot of planning done at the start, and then there was a lot of building work that's happened in recent episodes. Yet to find the fine mix between the two. This is going to be mostly a western line, and then it's going to start heading south. But eventually there's going to be connecting lines. So the Great Western Line, or the Western Line, whatever we want to call it, is going to come out this way. There is going to be a branch line that's going to connect these two together. It might not even be a branch line, it might be a main line. So it means that you don't necessarily have to go through Guard City if you want to connect to another main line. Which is kind of what you want. In real life as well you can do that. It is possible to connect between all the main lines without actually going through London, which is quite helpful. I don't know the full ins and outs as how to do that. Wow, this place needs a big station. I think at this point the line's going to split in two anyway. One that's going to head slightly eastwards again and connect up with the other 4-tracker coming out of GSMA. And then another one that heads more south and then to the west again. Right, let's see. So that's going to come down this way. So yeah, connecting over here would be quite nice. Do you know what? I think connecting... Actually, maybe not there, because there's a bit of a hill to navigate. I think connecting over here would be quite nice at Paddingham. Meanwhile, there's going to be another line that branches off from here, and it's going to go this way. So we'll probably just build a new town there. It's going to head round this way, navigate the hill quite nicely, and it's probably going to terminate just there. I forgot that we're quite a ways to the east as well, the west as well, with Guard City. It's not exactly central. So the western line here is going to come down this way, and it's probably going to end up coming down to the south as well. So having it meet up probably here maybe, and then branching off again, that sounds quite cool to me. Right, next we're going to plan out the other main line. This is actually what I wanted to do, just this, in today's episode, was just plan out these lines. Was not expecting to end up rebuilding half of the Guard City loop as well, but there you go. That's what happens with these episodes. You expect one thing and something else happens. Completely different. I've got to make sure that I end up... Where is it? Over here. Meeting this line. So actually I've already gone wrong. Let's delete this one. Start again. So what I wanted to do is come down this side. Like this. Put one there. We'll put one there. And there. How hilly is this section? Fairly. But I think if we come up this way perhaps, put a new town there, and then navigate down this way. There's quite a bit of shelf here that we could work with. We could still connect up. Maybe we'll just go this way around the lake, and then we'll connect up. Oh, yeah, okay. So we'll start running side by side here, but we won't actually connect up until Paddingham. There we go. And then from here, there'll be another new line that will probably turn to the south again, actually, thinking about it. And it will start connecting up all these big towns. We want to try and get as many people into the capital and out again as possible. In terms of the airport site, I should probably mark that out as well. Let's have a look here. I think we'll start turning this way and then this way and then head up this way. Again, I want to avoid big hills, so if it means going the wrong way in order to then go the right way again, so be it. But as I'm sure you can tell, the southern region of our map is going to be a lot more densely rail heavy than the northern side. Bit like in England, really. The south east of England has so many different rail lines all linking together. It is quite mad, really. Let's go this way. I've done this a bit wrong. I'm going to swing it this way and then up and then back down again. Of course, there's going to be a branch from this line somewhere that's going to link up with the Great Eastern Main Line as well, which does come down to the south a little bit too. That's exactly what I'm saying. We're going to have loads of like cross-country routes using these little linking lines. Kind of what I was starting to do in the last map, but never actually got around to finishing it. Because I've done a lot of research. As you know, I do loads and loads of research for this series, and I've seen how many different like cross-country lines that aren't part of the cross-country franchise. That's a different thing altogether. But cross-country lines that actually link up. So, for example, East Midlands Trains, there's a service from Liverpool to Norwich, which, when you think about it, is pretty much the northwest coast of England to the one of the sort of central east coast, let's say. Norwich itself isn't actually on the coast, but it's not far from. So that is a real cross-country route, and that's part of East Midlands Trains. It's not part of cross-country. I think that goes via Peterborough as well, if I recall. Anyway, that bit's not relevant. Alright, we've reached the terminus, which is going to be down here. Sweet. So that's quite a long line, as you can see. Where's Guard City? Follow the line, it'll take us to Guard City. Which is actually a lot further north than I thought. So this line, you can see it comes down here like this. Yeah, you see where this is going. So this one comes down here. And would you look at that? I did not actually plan that. That is really funny. Which one is it? That one. That is perfect. That's exactly... Oh, I keep clicking the wrong button. That is exactly what I wanted. That's going to connect up like that. Would you look at that? And I believe, is that not the bit we've already started building? Or oh no, we haven't got to that stage yet. Well, there you go. I surprise even myself at times. Anyway, the only one I've got left to do is the western link and how that's all going to be part of this. So that's going to come in a straight line down this way. Connects there, probably there as well, why not? And then here. And at this point we're going to turn north a little bit to go round the lake. I'm going to stop doing those stupid long bridges over lakes because they are so unrealistic. It is unreal. So I'm going to navigate around. Same with hills as well. We don't want these huge tunnels. There are lots of long tunnels in the UK. At one point, like Box Tunnel was the longest in the world when it first opened. There are others. The Severn Tunnel is also a good example of a long tunnel. The channel tunnel is an incredibly good example of a long tunnel, but we're not going to worry about those in this series. We're going to try and avoid them if possible. So big hills, we're going to do the Victorian method and go round them, or just blast through them. We're not going to have long tunnels, because I don't really like watching my trains and then seeing them disappear for 5 minutes when they go through a really long tunnel. That's not fun. So we're going to try and avoid them as best as we can. Right, link station. This is going to be a bit weird, the way I'm going to do this, because we're actually going to link it in this direction, and then we're going to branch off again. So you're almost heading back towards Guard City before you then turn off again, which is not a bad way of doing it. It does happen. Those of you who like the Javelin services that run out of St Pancras, if you go to Dover, I think Faversham, you're actually forming part of a loop. So if you go to Dover, the Dover train then continues on to Faversham and then forms the Faversham to St Pancras route. Vice versa, if you go to Faversham, it then goes on to Dover. I think it's Faversham. I really hope I haven't got that wrong. It might be Ramsgate, actually, or Margate. But anyway, it continues on to Dover and then forms the Dover to St Pancras service, which I think is quite clever. So I wouldn't mind seeing some of that happening, using that loop. But anyway, it's going to continue down this way. Where's the other line? So the other line is way over there. So this is going to be an entirely new main line, which is going to have several branches coming off it as well. One of which will be a proper cross-country route on the cross-country franchise to link up with the line in that direction. Right, now I don't want to promise things that I'm not necessarily going to be able to deliver, but on Friday I would quite like to start actually building some of these lines, even if it's just a single track to plan it out properly and then start working on station designs, because I'm kind of liking the way that I'm using the planning track. It really does help get things right the first time. You build the planning track, and then if you like it, you commit to building an actual main line, you know, 4-track main line. That is my phone. Guess who's forgot to put their phone on silent? Amateurish. Anyway, so here, big hill, we're going to navigate around it. We're not going to go through it anymore. So we're going to head this way. And now we're in a bit of a valley situation, which is kind of cool. In the northern section of the main lines, we have, of course, got that huge bridge that we're planning on building. Hopefully it's going to work. Here we're going to go through the valleys. I think that would be really cool. Again, it's very reminiscent of what you get from the this southern or southeastern or southwestern main lines. Mainly southwest, to be honest, especially when you're going through Wales. Yeah, I think here we're going to branch off slightly. So this is going to continue down this way. We must be near the south coast now, surely. Yeah. So this one's going to terminate here. I'm going to stop saying that. It's so stupid. I don't even think it means anything nice either, which is annoying. Meanwhile, this one's going to come up this way, which is actually going to branch off this way and head up this way. And this is going to connect. Actually, do you know what? I'm regretting putting it on this line now. I should have done it as a new line. So we'll do it as a new line. We'll sort of go over the old one again. Once I've built a main line, I'm going to get rid of the lines. So it probably makes sense to do this as a new one. But this is going to connect the two, so far, the only two southern terminals together. Yeah, I think from there we're going to head this way. Like that. And then up this way. Definitely up through here. Even if we just go to the small town and then use other forms of transport to get people in and out of the big town. Wow, it's a lot further over than I thought. The lag is real. Or it's going to be. Although, as I've said many episodes ago now, you can reduce the CPU lag if you twiddle with the settings for cargo dist, which I think is what was causing all the lag before, because we had loads of stations and there was loads of behind the scenes calculation going on to try and get it all to work. I think I'm actually going to have this join up over here. And there we go. And in fact, just one last little tickle of a line. This one is going to connect up probably here. So you can head up to north to Guard City again. So that gives you a fair idea as to the variance we're having in this. Look at that. I actually quite like the shapes we're making. These are almost like regions. I mean, I'm not going to use these as regions because, as I say, these are for main lines, and once they're built they're going to be deleted, but that is pretty damn cool. I'm also liking the idea of having a line. Should probably build this now. Or at least plan it now so I don't forget. I need to go around the hill. Go around this way. I have this connect up with the line over here. Maybe... now, I don't really want to connect to this bit because we've already built it. Like, the main line's already been built. Again, it gives you a bit of variety in terms of services that we can offer. So from a south terminal, there are... just have to build it as a junction like that, I suppose. There are 4 different ways now, I think, you can get to Guard City. So from here, you can go up this way, or you can go up this way. From here, you can go this way, or you can go this way, because I think actually over here, which was this one, yep. I like the idea of going like that, and then like that as well. So you can get to Guard City that way. Over here, I do also like the idea of going here, 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 and then connecting up. First of all to here, but also to there. I think that's going to be really nice as well. Any others? I mean, I think this station here should be really big. Almost like plaything field size. I think that'd be awesome. If you're wondering what the colours squares are here, by the way, you got residential, you got commercial, CH? What's CH? I'm feeling that. Is that an industry? No? I don't know what CH stands for. I don't know whether these are in English or not as well, which doesn't help. So I think, yeah, this tells you what it is. So residence, residential, I'm assuming that stands for. I don't actually know. Industry or industrial, commercial. I don't know what CH is. Church, maybe? Is it a church? Ah, yeah, I think it's a church. Okay. Let's do that properly. There we go. Where am I linking this to? Oh yeah, back over here. So I think if that goes there, and then that goes there, then that'd be quite a nice one. So there's a little bit of a divergence again, there's a bit of a loop, but it also connects up with this. So that's another option. And we're just creating loads and loads of interesting ways that you can get between Guard City and other towns and cities on the map, which I think is really cool. It's something that we really were missing in the last map. The last map, it was literally, there were 5 main lines, maybe 6, and then 1 high-speed line that was supposed to expand into a whole network, but never did because of the lag. Which I just feel like it was a non-starter, that map. There was a lot of projects that were started and never quite finished. But anyway, that should do it for now. So there's lots of suburban lines around Guard City. There will of course be lines that connect up. You can see this one, for example. I think somewhere over here we'll have it turn and come back down south again. To make that one longer. This one obviously goes right the way over to the east. We have this line here that comes over to the east. This one, whichever line this was, I have a feeling it might be this one. No? This one. This is going to somehow connect up. In fact, again, it would make more sense if I did it with a new line. So it's going to come here, it's going to run along the water for a bit, it's then going to turn north, go via all these towns here, like that, like that, like that, and then we'll come up north through this valley here. And we'll have that connect up over there maybe. And then from here we can have it carry on this way a little bit more. Have it connect up over here maybe. Some of these are preliminary, they might not necessarily be the final one. There you go, if I zoom out a little bit more. So this is Guard City over here. You can tell how far north and west it actually is. It should have been somewhere over here a little bit more, but it isn't. It's up here. That's not a problem though. We can work around that. But that should do it for today's episode. Off camera, I'm going to test this train, make sure it's working okay, because it's still up here in the corner. And then we're going to, on Friday, start building some of these main lines. I'd quite like to head south first. We've still got these two little 2-track main lines here to work with as well, and where they're going to join up with. So for example, I don't want this one to link up to this line here, but it could come over and link up to this line here. Same with this one. I would quite like this one to actually come out and join up with this one over here somewhere, even if it's just it terminates and then you know, there's other platforms for the main line. But until then guys, I'm going to end the episode here, so thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and of course if you're enjoying the series, drop some comments down below with ideas for future episodes. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button now. If you have already subscribed to the channel, then thank you guys for your continued support, and until next time, I will see you soon.